They asked for my name. Salia, I said softly. The man at the entrance scrolled down the guest list again, his polite smile faltering. I'm sorry, ma'am, you're not listed. For a heartbeat, everything went quiet. I could hear the music from inside, laughter, glasses clinking, a photographer calling out, "Smile, everyone!" But all I could see was that paper in his hand. My name wasn't there. Then I spotted her, my mother, standing near the floral arch, champagne in hand, bathed in gold light. Our eyes met. She didn't look surprised. I walked toward her anyway. Is this a mistake? I asked. Her lips curved into that cold, familiar smirk. Did you really think you were invited, Salia? Strangers aren't allowed. That was it. The final cut. I smiled faintly. Then I'll live like a stranger. And I turned away, quietly, leaving behind the music, the guests, and the woman who once called me her daughter. But when the ceremony began and the lights dimmed, her phone started to ring. That was the beginning of her downfall. Backstory. It began 5 years ago, the day my father died. My mother changed overnight. The warmth she once pretended to have disappeared, replaced by something colder, sharper. To her, I was nothing but a reminder of the man she despised, my father's favorite, his reflection in female form. When my younger sister, Saba, got engaged, I tried to stay close. I helped her pick the dress, plan the decor, organize the guest list. It was my way of pretending we were still family. Then one night, I overheard them, my mother and Saba. She's not part of this family anymore, my mother said. She'll just make everything about herself. Saba didn't disagree. She just sighed. Fine, do what you want. That's when I knew. They had already decided I wasn't welcome. Discovery. The real betrayal wasn't in their words, but in their silence afterward. No calls. No updates. Not even a mention of the wedding date. When I finally saw the invitation, posted by a distant cousin online, I realized the wedding was that weekend. I didn't feel angry, just empty. I stared at a photo of my smiling sister in her bridal gown, and something inside me hardened. If they wanted me gone, I would give them exactly that. But on my own terms. The plan. My father left behind more than memories. He left property, stocks, land, and a family business. By law, half of it belonged to me. But my mother had manipulated everything after his death, convincing me to sign temporary papers. She assumed I never read what I signed. She was wrong. For months, I had been preparing quietly. I found my father's old lawyer, frail but still alive, and more than willing to help me restore what had been taken. While they busied themselves with wedding plans, I collected documents, signatures, financial records. I didn't confront them. I didn't threaten. I just smiled, stayed distant, and waited. My revenge wasn't going to be loud. It would be silent, the kind of silence that echoes. Execution. The night before the wedding, I met with my lawyer. Are you sure about this? He asked. Yes, I said. File everything tomorrow morning. Make sure she gets the notification during the ceremony. He hesitated. That will ruin her day. That's the idea. The paperwork included more than my inheritance claim. It held proof of forgery. Her signature pretending to be mine on legal documents. A criminal act. Everything was timed. The delivery, the public filing, the alerts to her business partners. She had built her empire on lies. All I did was pull out one brick. The climax. So when her phone rang during the ceremony, I didn't need to be there to see her face. I could picture it perfectly. Shock first, then confusion, then dread. By the time the groom slipped the ring onto Saba's finger, my mother was pale, gripping her chair. The whispers began within minutes. Her business partner quietly left the reception. The lawyer she trusted stopped taking her calls. When the second call came, she stepped outside. That must have been when someone told her that her accounts were frozen, her assets under investigation, the house she lived in now legally under my name again. I wasn't there, but I didn't need to be. Family members texted in confusion. My aunt called and asked, "What did you do?" I only replied, "I live like a stranger." Resolution. A week later, a letter arrived from my mother. No apology, just one sentence. You destroyed us. I folded the letter carefully and placed it beside my father's photograph. No, I whispered. You did that years ago. I only reminded you. Now I live in a house she once called hers. It's quiet, peaceful. Sometimes I walk past a mirror in the hallway, the one my father installed himself, and for a fleeting second, I see his reflection smiling back. People say revenge doesn't heal. Maybe they're right. But justice does.